Namo Phat, good morning. Thank you for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The second mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, social injustice, stealing, and oppression, I vow to cultivate loving kindness and learn ways to work for the well-being of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I will practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. I am determined not to steal and not to possess anything that should belong to others. I will respect the property of others, but I will prevent others from profiting from human suffering or the suffering of other species on earth. Today we're beginning a new book for our Dharma readings, Working with the Five Hindrances by Ajahn Thiradhammo. We'll begin the introduction today. The theme of this book is working with the five mental hindrances, nivarana. It is thus perhaps mainly a book for people with some experience of meditation who've encountered these hindrances, obstructions, disturbances to some degree, and who are interested in knowing how to work with them. The hindrances often arise in the course of daily life, and in the Buddhist context, feature very prominently in the practice of meditation or mental development, albeit in a negative sense. Thus, in order to support a peaceful life and the steady deepening of meditation, some work on the hindrances can be very helpful. Perhaps you have not come across all of them so far, but just give it some time. They are mental hindrances in the practical sense that they hinder the development of the mind. They distract and disturb it, and they can even possess or obsess it. They prevent the mind from being in a state which is conducive to deeper concentration, to clearer seeing, to the realization of truth. When developing meditation, even using such noble themes as the four divine abodings, friendliness, loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity, most people inevitably come face to face with the practical realities of our ordinary human condition, as exemplified by these mental hindrances. The hindrances are referred to in a number of contexts in the scriptures. They are called obstructions, hindrances, overwhelmers of the mind, overpowers of wisdom. They produce blindness, cause lack of vision and ignorance, obstruct wisdom, associate with distress, and are not conducive to awakening nibbana. When the mind is obsessed with the five hindrances, one does not understand or see as it really is the welfare of oneself, the welfare of others, or the welfare of both. One cannot know or see things as they really are, and they cause a lack of knowledge and vision. If one meditates with the mind obsessed with the hindrances, one mismeditates, which is not a form of meditation the Buddha praises. In a well-known simile, the Buddha compares the hindrances to the impurities of gold. Once the gold is cleansed of its impurities, it becomes properly workable. Similarly, the mind free of these hindrances is then malleable, workable, bright, pliable, and properly concentrated for the eradication of the outflows of selfhood. One who understands that the hindrances are defilements and abandons them is said to be a noble disciple of great wisdom, of wide wisdom, who knows the field, one complete in wisdom. When the hindrances are abandoned, one may realize a superhuman excellence in knowledge and vision, characteristic of the noble ones. Just as when a river is flowing with a strong current and someone blocks the irrigation channels, so the current is not dispersed and the river continues to run strong and far. When these hindrances are eliminated, it is as if one is free of debt, recovered from illness, released from prison, emancipated from slavery, and has reached a place of safety. The hindrances can also be a great source of self-knowledge, of learning about the nature of self from which they originate. Human beings are prone to a great variety of mental defilements and afflictions. Gaining some understanding on how to work through these hindrances will go a long way towards helping to work through the other obstructions as well. If we investigate these hindrances down to their source and selfhood, we can discover the root cause of suffering, which, once released, results in the liberation of awakening. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for joining me this morning.